Yo, welcome to the wonderful world of HungryHeath. Now, I am not a classically trained chef. What I am is a self-taught home cook. I've studied under several television chefs. I have a PhD from YouTube University and a black belt in Google Food. I love to cook. The only thing I love more than cooking is my wife, this sensational Shelly Eats Steak. Together we host what we like to call the Friday Night Feast. This happens every Friday night, 6:30 Central. We'll cook up an entree, maybe a couple little snacks. Show you all how we do it, then we spend the rest of the evening just chewing the fat with all our friends in the HungryHorde. We hope you can tune in sometime. We'd love to have you over for dinner. Today's recipe is actually inspired, or actually we were informed of it by one of our number one groupie, actually.
One of our number one groupie?
Yes.
Uh-oh.
Well, we have like 2 or 3.
I think we
really gone overboard, over the top for us.
But she's the OG number one groupie. She's been a fan before we knew we had fans.
Right. She said that she was with us before we were YouTube famous. That's her words. We love you. Thank you. So, regardless of what your name is this week.
So she sent us this as a, it's popular on TikTok, right? It's been popular for a while, and we never heard of it. And we thought, well, if we've never heard of it, maybe some of y'all haven't either. And it is called
Cowboy butter.
This is, like, if you're looking for ways to increase your fat, this is it.
Yeah.
This is perfect. It's basically like a dip. And it's so flavorful, and it's so tasty. Like, I could just drink this stuff. So you're going to need a whole stick of butter, some minced garlic. I'm using what we have in the jar. You'll need a mustard. Now, I love the horseradish mustard when I'm serving this with like a steak.
Yes.
But if you're doing like fish or chicken, whatever good mustard, I suggest a stone ground mustard just because I think it adds good texture. You're going to need some kind of pepper flakes. I love the ones from Flatiron Company. They have great options. This one is the Sweet Heat, which has scotch bonnet, ancho, and red bell pepper. It's amazing. Then also some sofrito, just because I like to kick it up a little more. Salt, of course, Redmond's real salt, and some lemon juice.
Yeehaw, all that screams cowboy to me.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Well, I could see, like, if you were out on
the trail ride,
hey, you usually have several different seasonings. You got a good thing of butter, you put it all together, and it makes an delectable side dish. Well, I guess not a side, more like a dip. But again, this is the perfect way to up your fat. So this is so simple. Let's get started on it right now. For our cowboy butter, we're going to, of course, need a saucepan and a whisk. And what you're going to do, take a whole stick of butter, and I'm just going to plop it in there. And it should immediately start melting. I have the skillet on low heat here, and I'm just going to keep kind of stirring that up. And once it's about halfway melted, then we're going to add all of the seasonings. So I'm just going to keep this stirring. I mean, is there anything, well, yeah, you know what's better than melted butter? Bacon. Right?
Yes, Chef.
Okay, so right there, you see it's already almost melted. And this next part, this is so easy, y'all. So, let me get a spoon here. And I'm going to take my garlic. I'm doing about a tablespoon there. And, thank you. I'm going to use that Sweet Heat. And again, about a tablespoon.
Don't y'all love how she measures? She's so good, y'all.
Yeah, you can definitely, get it out and measure. But, we want it to have all of these. You want it to be chunky, in other words. And then I'm going to use the real salt by Redmond's. Again, a tablespoon. And I just kind of, see, I'm putting each one in a different little area. And then the sofrito, this is optional. But I just like it because it's nice and chunky. So about a tablespoon. Each of these are a tablespoon. And then I'm going to do our lemon juice. Again, about a tablespoon. I feel like that was a tiny short. There we go. Okay. Thank you, sous chef. I'm going to start mixing this in because I don't want that garlic to burn. I'm going to mix that all together. And then, this is what really takes it up to the next level. And that is, and this is why I say to use some kind of stone ground mustard. I mean, you could use like French's, but I just think the texture and everything is really good with this. So a good tablespoon there. And with the horseradish in it, oh my gosh, it's so good. And I do like this brand. We've gotten it on sale at Sprouts a few times. And then what the mustard does is it really helps everything kind of congeal and come together. So really mix it in. Go ahead and turn like your stove off, because we're not going to serve this blistering hot. You kind of want it to come back down to almost room temperature. But just keep whisking this together. You see how that's already getting thick in there? Because of that mustard. So see, it should have like a thick consistency to it. Because it's a dip. Look at that, already on the back of the spoon. That looks so good. That's really freaking good, you guys. I'm just going to whisk this just to make sure there's some on the edges here. And wow. Wow. That is perfect. Now, what I like to do, since just Heath and I, we get these little glass cups that we have. And we serve it in those cups. So let me take this whisk out. And put that over here. So these adorable, they're measurements. They hold 175 milliliters or 3/4 of a cup. So I use these, and actually, let me switch hands so that y'all see what I'm doing. I'm going to pour about half of this in. I kind of do, because you're going to get more of the liquid butter first when you pour. So I like to go back and forth between them. And, I mean, look at that, y'all. Look at that.
And it's one of the things I love about this recipe too. She divides it up so it's a his and hers butter. And then whatever we don't eat tonight, we can finish on another meal.
Yeah.
It's very, very handy.
Yeah, it really is. So let me get one of my little spatulas here. I'm probably running away. Okay, so let's see.
Yeah, because waste not, want not. That's
I know.
good butter. That's liquid gold.
It really feels like it. I'm like, I ain't going to waste this butter in this pan.
Not as much as we're having to pay for it.
All right.
That's why I said balling on a budget.
And that's it. And then you're done. And again, just kind of let it come down to room temperature. You don't want to serve this piping hot. And that's it. I'm ready to eat. So yeah, I got this Cowboy butter here. Now sometimes when it sits for a little bit, it's going to kind of have the oil on top. So you just stir it all together. Or just use a piece of steak to stir it. That's the perfect stir. And
I want to dink you, but I don't want to drip.
No, I don't either. Just, it really coats that piece.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Mmm. Oh man. That's divine.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta go in for another piece.
Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh. That, you get that acidity or citrus from the lemon juice. It's so buttery and fatty. Oh my gosh. And then the flavor, so much tasty flavors in here. And you can change up this.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I get you?
All over.
I'm sorry. Splash zone.
Goodness. My ear, my hair.
You're welcome. It's
My
moisturizer. Oh, sorry.
I know. Look at this. I didn't know I had to put on a shield to be next to my husband.
I didn't either. Because what it is, I don't have a steak knife. I just have a regular blade.
Well, whose fault is that?
Mine.
Okay. As we were saying.
Sorry.
Before my husband just splashed all over me.
It's a cowboy bath.
Yeah, right. But you can definitely change the flavors up. So you can use any blend of the seasonings that you want. Like if you want more of a traditional kind of steakhouse flavor, I'm like hesitant over here. You could do like rosemary, thyme, even lavender, tarragon, any of those traditional like steakhouse flavors, and do like salt, pepper, rosemary, thyme. That would be great to add to it. You could put on Asian spin to it and use Asian flavors. Mediterranean flavors would be good. Would even do like a little bit of feta cheese at the very end. I mean, anything that you're wanting. If you want it more of a Mexican or Tex-Mex, that like our taco seasoning would be great addition, and then maybe even dice up a jalapeno or two. Like you can really do whatever you want with this butter, and it's just a great dipper. And now, of course, we usually dip steak in it, but chicken would be great, especially if you're trying to up the fat in a chicken dish. That would be excellent to do with this.
I know y'all always laugh at me for saying it, but it was really good last time we did it with chicken wings.
So happy.
It truly is a party in your mouth.
It'd be great also for shrimp. Shrimp is so lean. That's an excellent way if you're wanting shrimp, but you're like, oh, what am I going to have to do to get fat in because I'm having this high protein shrimp. Serve it with this and dunk in each of those pieces of shrimp. Perfect. Perfect. Because remember, it's a whole stick of butter, so we each are eating half a stick or 4 tablespoons of butter. So it really is giving a good amount of fat to your dish.
And what's really great about this too, I've said it many, many times. Classic keto is high fat, low carb. Moderate protein. And that's what we're doing right now.
This stuff is so good.
This is the best tasting diet you can ever be on.
Right? Like, I feel weird to call it a diet because it's freaking delicious. But with this cowboy butter, I have literally finished my steak and I still have like a tablespoon left. I just drink it because it's so freaking good. And with that horseradish mustard, it just really plays well with steak. It's amazing.
Takes it to another level.
It really does. Well, I hope y'all enjoyed this recipe.
I hope y'all enjoyed watching as much as I enjoyed eating it.
Right? And if you've watched till here, comment below Cowboy.
Yeah.
And don't forget,
every Friday night, 6:30 Central, we go live for the Friday night feast. Cook up an entree, maybe a couple of snacks, show y'all how we do it, and spend the rest of the evening just chewing the fat with all of our friends in the Hungry Horde. We'd love to have y'all over for dinner sometime. We hope you can tune in. Thank y'all for watching. We'll see y'all on the next one.
Please stay tuned to see all of our wonderful channel members. Thank y'all for your continued support. It really helps us put out amazing videos like this. Thank y'all so much. Bye.
Good night.